Finally, let's find out what happened at McDermott Park. In today's SPL match, St Johnstone hadn't won a league game at home this season. Hearts hadn't won away. Paul Mitchell was there.
Liam Craig inside, onto Sheridan. Breaks off Webster. Sandaza. Intelligent pass wide. Gibson. There's a man on the overlap. He's going into the middle. Webster heads it away. Moon. Onto Miller. Good control with the right foot. And that worried Jamie McDonald on the Hearts goal. Andy Webster got the header away, but Moon had his midfield partner. He'll be concerned at the way Hearts have started. Concerned here too at the free kick. Liam Craig. Touched over the top by Jamie McDonald. Touched to the side by Kevin Moon. He had to check his step, Liam Craig. Not really quite as hard as he wanted. It's a decent enough stop. The Hearts 11 away matches in the SPL without a win. Plenty of draws in there. But their form away from home, a cause for concern, and that pass a cause for concern too. Mackay. Sandaza, he slipped in. Killian Sheridan. Sheridan with a chance! As simple as that for St Johnstone. Well, it's what the game needed, a moment of magic from someone that comes from the pass of Sandaza. Sheridan was onside, gathered his thoughts and beat Jamie McDonald. Well, McDonald was impressive against Inverness in one-on-ones, but here he could do little as Sheridan faked one way then the other. Sandaza with a pass, but Sheridan with a clever finish, and St Johnstone take the lead. Agbua is out-muscled. There's Lucas in there, Mackay again, away by Granger. And a head tennis going on. There's a nudge on Sandaza, play on, could break onto Liam Craig. Well, St Johnstone won a corner, not sure the goalkeeper got a touch in the end. Sandaza just went over his head, Sheridan was clever, Liam Craig didn't get that cleanly. He'll certainly be happy then at McInnes, but concerned now as Danny Granger, the former St Johnstone player, goes in. And Marius Zaliukas was inches away from getting a touch. So difficult for the goalkeeper, you've got to follow the flight of the ball. Enkelman sends it long, flicked on by Sheridan. Sandaza gets the better of Hamill. Sheridan says where he wants it, he's got the touch, he's round the keeper, and it's two. Well, it's again the SAS, Sheridan and Sandaza combining here. Sheridan won the header, Sandaza away from Hamill. It's another example of calm finishing from Killian Sheridan. It's the first 2 goals of the season for Killian Sheridan. A double when he last scored against Aberdeen in April, and he has 2 today. Hamill committed himself, Sandaza was there, but he calmly took it past McDonald. And it's a smile for Killian Sheridan. Well, Hearts simply haven't created chances. That's been the problem. Jamie Hamill comes in, might think about the shot on the left foot. Oh, it's spilled by Enkelman. Here's Smith. Smith stumbles. Tries to chip the ball back across. Robinson inside. Templeton. Turned on by Stevenson. And the touch from the goalkeeper and thumped away by David McCracken. Clever header from Ryan Stevenson. Forced the keeper to make the save. That should have been an easy one. Final minute of the match. Granger and Stevenson. Straight at Peter Enkelman. Almost sums up Hearts' afternoon, and they finally carve out a chance. It's an easy one for the keeper.
The Old Firm have successful strike partnerships, Davey. The other 10 tend to be searching for a solution a lot of the time. Looks as if St Johnstone may have found an answer with Sandaza and Sheridan, who seem to link up really well. Yeah, they did. Scored a couple of great goals there, and they've obviously got a physical presence as well, but in a difficult area there to pick up, and then good movement again, and still a bit of work to do. But that's a top goal, that it really is. Great movement and great sort of striker play. Killian Sheridan's first goals of this spell with St Johnstone, and he'll take confidence from this, and he'll hope that he finds a big hole in the middle of every defence he plays against like that. Yeah, well, I think they've done well to get that gap though. Sandaza's took a knock. I think he knew he was going to get it, but he took it and played on and
created that chance, so he's been very brave there and, you know, got his rewards. But you know, they'll be a handful, those two. You can see, you know, I haven't played against them, that they're talented lads, but when you put them together, they've got a lot of good attributes. The
signing of Fran Sandaza seems to have been a real spark for St Johnstone, and you'll remember well what he does, because he was a prolific goal scorer against the Old Firm teams too with Dundee United.
Yeah, he's a good level footballer. You can tell that. You know, he scores good goals and he's brave and he's a handful. And I think he had a few injury problems at United, and you know, obviously moved on, and he's come back into the Scottish scene. He looks like he's fit and enjoying his football, and you know, combined with Killian Sheridan, you know, that's, like I said, is a handful.
Have you still got a place in your heart for your old team Hearts? I mean, it's not easy when you change manager after a few weeks of the season, is it?
Yeah, no, disappointed obviously to see Jim and Billy leaving, because you know, enjoyed my time. They enjoyed working under them, and they're, you know, they've done well at the club. They finished third last year comfortably, and disappointing to see them go. But you know, if that's football these days. You know, there's not really a lot of rhyme or reason when the manager goes, and there certainly wasn't a lot of rhyme or reason in that one.
OK, let's have a look at the Clydesdale Bank Premier League placings, which show Rangers 4 points ahead of Celtic, 22 to 18, Motherwell next best on 16. Then it's Hearts, St Johnstone and St Mirren all on 12, Kilmarnock and Dundee United have 10, Dunfermline 9, Hibs and Aberdeen 6, Inverness bottom on 5. A whole raft of games coming up, starting with Rangers Kilmarnock Tuesday night, Hibs St Johnstone Wednesday, that Friday night football, Aberdeen Dunfermline. It's Dundee United Motherwell on Saturday, Inverness St Mirren, Kilmarnock St Johnstone and Rangers against Hibs. The Sunday match is Hearts against Celtic. More SPL action next Sunday night at 10. You can see